pummeled by hail, rain, and strong winds. Parts of southern Alberta left in cleanup mode.
Organized crime brings a great deal of concern to the community at large, as well as officers.
Dangers of policing as CPS takes a deeper look at a shootout out in the open. And it's called The Bridge for a good reason.
We're not located in a long-term care facility or assisted living spot. We're actually out in the community.
A program helping people before they need long-term care.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Camilla DiGiuseppe.
Good evening. The same day Environment Canada launched its new weather warning system, it was put to the test. Meant to address alert fatigue, it's a more targeted effort to let you know you are likely in the path of a severe thunderstorm forming or perhaps even a tornado. Tonight, parts of central and southern Alberta got pummeled by hail, downpours, and fierce wind. Loony to golf ball size hail bore down on the town of Claresholm late this afternoon. It was part of an intense system that formed and unleashed a nasty line of storms south and east of the city. Viewers tell CTV News there is widespread damage in the Claresholm area, including the siding of homes left with pockmarks, smashed windows, badly dented vehicles, gardens, trees, and crops damaged, patio furniture tossed around and decimated. So far, there are no reports of anyone being injured. Here's a look at the QE2 near Didsbury just after 7 p.m. Hail looked like snow in late spring, slowing traffic on the highway. And in Coaldale, streets were turned to rivers after heavy rain and hail dropped in that region earlier tonight. And did we mention hail? It may have not been golf ball size, but there was a lot on the ground. Enough for Jesse Magson, who sent in these images to easily dig into the pile and show it off for the camera. And back to Environment Canada's new, more targeted alert system for extreme weather like we're seeing tonight. Warnings for thunderstorms and tornadoes will only go to a smaller targeted area, attempting to cut down on what the weather body calls alert fatigue. Tim Brooke has more on the overhaul.
Our country is seeing more extreme weather, and with it, more of these. It's all led to a glut of alerts and a public that may be prone to tuning out important information.
Do I ever ignore weather alerts? Yes.
But sometimes they're not that very accurate.
Because they'll come up with like huge warnings and then nothing happens. So it can be really frustrating.
Good, like if a storm touches the corner of Calgary, everybody in Calgary gets the warning, and then most people just see blue sky and they start to lose faith in the warning system and what people tell them.
So, changes. A new system will target alerts specifically to the area that forecasters think will be hit. Some professional storm chasers will help map out the affected regions, saying it'll make everyone safer.
If you get 15 warnings a year and one time you get a storm, it's human nature to just start ignoring them, where if you get one warning and it hits, the next time you get a warning, you're absolutely going to take preparations.
It's a system that's been used south of the border for years, and experts say it's drastically reduced false alarms.
So people that are within, say, a half an hour or an hour of the storm, depending on how fast it's traveling, they would actually have the warnings go out just for that localized area, as opposed to a whole bunch of people getting the warning.
The changes will apply to severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings. Other alerts like heat warnings and thunderstorm watches will still have broad alert areas. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
All right, well, tonight we're making that switch from thunderstorm activity to more consistent, longer-term rainfall. And that will carry through tomorrow, and that will certainly carry in through Thursday as well. So tomorrow throughout the day, expect on and off rain in the city, 12 degrees at 8 a.m. and only a high of 15 later in the day. Later in the day, we get back into the risk of thunderstorms because it may be embedded in some of these waves of rain that move through. So some localized areas will see heavier rain. The areas, for example, that are dealing with the thunderstorms. So basically for tomorrow, you can expect 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, and even more rain is on the way for Thursday. We'll talk more about that just ahead.
All right, Danielle, thank you so much. A Calgary police officer shot twice Monday near Edworthy Park has been released from hospital and will continue his recovery at home. The officer was injured during a traffic stop that escalated within seconds and turned into a running gun battle between police and the suspect before the suspect shot himself. It was terrifying for witnesses, and police say it's a prime example of the shift they're seeing toward increased violence in our city. Kevin Green reports.
It was just a traffic stop Monday in Edworthy Park. It ended up with an officer shot twice and a shootout with the offender.
On multiple occasions, our offender discharged rounds at our officers, and our officers returned fire.
The gunman also fired at Hawk's helicopter, then turned his aim at dog walkers in the park.
I jumped behind the trees and I went from tree to tree. And so as soon as someone's shooting down at us, I'm trying to get to the bottom. So I'm going behind tree, behind tree, behind tree.
Police say the man was known to them as an organized crime target. The chief says policing is getting increasingly dangerous.
Policing is an inherently unpredictable profession and is becoming more violent on a daily basis.
And our organized crime enforcement team began investigating.
A day later, the potential firepower connected to organized crime was on display at police headquarters following a massive undercover operation.
Police officers place their lives at risk every single day to execute our duties. That's our function. This collection of firearms is a success, taking these away from those that we use them to harm the public as well as officers.
While unrelated to Monday's shooting, police say the two events show how organized crime is a danger to their officers and the public.
We are a growing city, and that brings a growing number of guns and poor actors.
Criminologist Doug King says gang violence is only one part of a broader trend. He says assaults against police are up.
And they've gone up about 25% in the last 5 years. So that's a significant increase.
King says officers also report encountering more weapons, particularly firearms, while dealing with the public. King says police officers are about 15 times more likely to be assaulted than members of the general population. He says the rising violence against police officers, particularly at events that were once considered normal, will likely lead to new training methods for police, especially for new recruits. Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
An 11-month multi-phase investigation into an alleged organized crime network led to a seizure of weapons, cash, drugs, and 8 people being arrested and charged. The investigation began falling into place when police identified a person connected to drug trafficking. That led to 15 search warrants executed over several months in different communities, including Calgary, Delacour, Chestermere, and Rocky View County. Police seized nearly $60,000 worth of drugs, 18 firearms, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, cash, along with forged prescription documents, a radio frequency jammer, body armor, and stolen vehicles. Of the 8 people charged, 1 remains in custody with court dates pending for all of them. Police say the organized crime network runs deep.
I won't say that every single person that came into this investigation has received charges on it. There are others involved. There are connections to other org crime groups. There are partnerships and relationships with other groups that they come into contact, sometimes closely and sometimes very casually, where they come and go to do business.
Investigators will also look into where the weapons came from and whether they were used in committing other crimes. In BC, all eyes are on the worst wildfire raging in that province tonight. The Bald Range fire near Summerland is still growing because of the extremely dry terrain. Some are also concerned about a drought of accurate information as evacuees wonder if their homes have been destroyed. Penny Daflos has the latest.
The kind of smoke that stings the eyes and hides the sun continues to smother the South Okanagan as the Bald Range fire balloons to 18,000 hectares.
Without much wind, we were seeing very challenging conditions and quite significant growth.
With destruction confirmed, officials are facing increasing pressure to reveal how many homes are lost.
We want to make sure that we're contacting people responsibly,
insisting they want the full picture before telling impacted Summerlanders.
This is still an active wildfire situation. There is still risk. There is still danger. And when it is safe to do so, Local governments will undertake rapid damage assessments.
Mounties are clear that if people defy evacuation orders to check on their homes themselves,
you would be subject to arrest and brought out.
As is often the case in the fog of an emergency, misinformation keeps emerging, including the idea BC crews are fighting fires in Washington state.
That's just not the case. Fortunately, in the past, we've been in a position to be able to help support our neighbors down south. This is not a year, unfortunately, where we're in a position to do that. We've got our own challenges.
With 20,000 people forced from their homes due to 4 major fires, this is one of the largest evacuation operations in recent BC history, with logistical help on the way.
Teams from Alberta and Nova Scotia joining us this week to support our efforts.
Some evacuees are also watching their livelihoods suffer.
They're right now just heartbroken to see their crop rotting in the orchards. Some livestock losses, significant impacts to farms, ranches, and vineyards.
That's despite the best efforts of fire crews pulling long shifts doing backbreaking work.
Our people are tired. Some of them have been going for weeks, and these are high-stress events, life and death decisions.
Blue skies are forecast for the coming days, which is bad news for fire crews.
If the smoke clears, it is also a challenge for us as we see clean oxygen on those fires,
increasing the chances of explosive growth in this drought-stricken region. Penny Duffloss, CTV News, Vancouver.
Parks Canada is starting work on several roads in Jasper that were damaged by wildfire. 2 years ago, fire ripped through part of Jasper, destroying homes and businesses. Crews will tackle safety mitigation projects on roads that were affected. Drivers can expect delays until the end of October. They need some help, but it's still too early to commit to long-term care. Ahead, the community-based program for people living with dementia.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Ottawa is investing more than $3.2 million to support skills training and employment services for First Nations youth. The federal Minister of Indigenous Services visited Treaty 7 to make the announcement. The project will support 165 First Nations youth to develop the skills, experience, and confidence to secure meaningful careers. Data shows 76% of participants were still employed and earned higher wages a year after the program. The minister says youth are eager to show that what they can accomplish.
Youth really truly have the potential to take space, to be able to ensure they represent their nations, and that when given the opportunity to do so, they truly go above and beyond.
The program is part of Canada's Youth Employment and Skills Strategy, which has helped about 20,000 young people secure lasting employment. 2 Calgary nonprofits are getting a funding boost from provincial grants. Arts and Culture Minister Tanya Furr sharing new details on the grants to the Genesis Centre and Meals on Wheels. This is part of previously announced funding in this year's budget. The Genesis Centre is getting funding to refurbish its elevator. While it's a smaller change, the Northeast facility says it will greatly improve accessibility.
You imagine a young mom with 2 kids in tow and a stroller, and trying to manage through the facility and navigate where an elevator is not working or isn't present. So this really is about accessibility. This is multi-generational, people being able to have access to essential services.
Meals on Wheels is putting funding towards expanding its freezer and cooler capacity that will let them provide tens of thousands of additional meals to help those who need it. Applications are now open for a provincial program aiming to increase midwife services in Alberta. Midwives provide clinical and emotional support during pregnancy, labor, and the postpartum period. The Alberta Midwifery Strategy Grant will give up to $750,000 to projects that will help expand midwifery care. The province is looking for applicants focusing on meeting the needs of rural, remote, and Indigenous communities. In many cases, when someone is diagnosed with a cognitive impairment, their caregivers are family members, many times a spouse. It's a lot of work on your own, and caregiver burnout is real. But now there's a new adult day program designed to help everyone in the family. Kevin Fleming reports.
They're making birdhouses, and Keith McGrath is painting the roof of his blue. He's just turned 84 years old and was diagnosed with dementia close to 3 years ago.
Do you guys get birds in your backyard?
What do you want for your
What kind?
You want the red for your
Basically, well,
okay, we have to watch.
we get different birds, but normally it's a regular little, I don't know.
Chickadees?
Chickadees, yeah.
McGrath is enrolled in programming at the Bridge, and while he's here, it gives his wife Karen time on her own, and she doesn't get much of that being his primary caregiver.
It's a day when I can plan other things or attend. I know I can go on Tuesday and book appointments or do errands or do things and not have to worry. Have I been away too long or is he okay?
Melanie Hall is the founder of Compass Rose Care and heard from clients the need for a program to bridge the gap between home and long-term care. So she came up with the adult day program called The Bridge.
We're engaging them socially, we do physical exercises, and we work on dexterity. All of these things are very purposeful, so we can try and keep their cognition as long as possible.
Arlene Thorson has spent close to 40 years as a nurse working in acute and senior care. She says family members can be frustrated trying to navigate the healthcare system to find the right programs for their loved ones.
The process is quite cumbersome. You know, you have to go through home care, you have to have a case manager come out and assess. And if you don't meet a certain criteria, then yeah, you don't fit. And those wait lists are very long for the publicly funded programs.
Karen McGrath knows her husband's cognitive health will continue to decline, but says he looks forward to coming here and socializing. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Calgary.
Danielle's up next with her Skywatch forecast, and those temperatures dipping even more as we head throughout the week, and rain, more consistent rain, also on the way.
We certainly had a very active day today with very severe weather, and it was expected that we were going to get some big storms to kick off this dramatic weather change and this dramatic weather pattern change. All right, so one of the big key things is the cool downs. We just got a high of 17 degrees in the city, so it was certainly much cooler in comparison to the last few weeks. They still held on to the 20s in the southeast corner, but most communities in southern Alberta will have daytime highs in the teens for tomorrow. So we're going to cool a little bit each day for the next couple of days, and then we'll start to dry out and warm up by Friday. Until then, though, we are looking at cool and very rainy weather, and in some cases we'll pick up over 40 millimeters of rain. Calgary could even see that amount as well. All right, this is the active day earlier today, and I just wanted to show you, we had so many thunderstorms, especially by Claire's home, where we had a really, really dangerous cell that pushed through with larger size hail, damaging hail and gusts and huge downpours. We have the potential for thunderstorm activity right up until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we start to switch into the more widespread, consistent rainfall. So on and off rainfall for the rest of tonight and through tomorrow, and then especially on Thursday when we'll see our heaviest amounts in the city. So I'm just going to play this through, and you can see on and off rain certainly possible everywhere in southern Alberta, with heavier rain kicking in for Thursday. That's when we'll likely get our bigger totals. But we have the potential of 10 millimeters of rain in the city tonight, and then adding a lot more to that through tomorrow and then especially on Thursday. All right, quickly to talk about the smokier air, the poor air quality. That's going to start improving as well. It already has. Now, rain helps to clear things out. That's normally a temporary fix. We really need a switch in wind direction, which we are going to get. So late Wednesday in through Thursday, all communities in southern Alberta will have a much better air quality. All right, looking at the longer range forecast, 15 degrees is our high for tomorrow. So even a couple degrees cooler tomorrow, and then cooling further to 13 by Thursday. We have the potential of getting 10 millimeters of rain tonight, another 10 to 15 millimeters of rain tomorrow. We'll get the higher end where there should be isolated embedded thunderstorms, and that will bring us to the higher end in some localized areas. And then Thursday, another 20 to 30 millimeters of rain is certainly possible as things intensify. We start to dry out on Friday Friday, just tapering off to showers by Friday morning and then clearing out Friday afternoon. By Friday, 17 degrees. A normal daytime high is 24 degrees for this time of year. We will start to get, though, back into the 20s by the weekend.
Just in time for the weekend, because hundreds of junior football players will be hitting the field. Next, a preview of the minor football jamboree. That's more than just getting touchdowns. Shouldice Park is going to be a busy place this weekend with football games thanks to the Calgary Minor Football Jamboree. As Glenn Campbell reports, it's also about raising money for charity.
Close to 1,000 football players will take to the field on Saturday for the 16th annual Calgary Minor Football Jamboree. Nathan Moody and Jacob Frew are both 14 years old, and they're both playing in their third Jamboree. They had this date marked on the calendar.
First big hit, first football. I love it, you know. Yeah, I'm pumped. I've been waiting all year for this.
I'm super stoked to just go out, play some football while supporting an organization that helps families.
That's right, the Jamboree isn't just about football. It's also about raising money for the Ronald McDonald House. To date, they've handed just over $577,000 for that charity. Al Cooper is an original committee member. He says the kids learn about the importance of charity right from the start.
And kids learn from giving back, you know, with that. And there are a couple of players that I know have gone on to volunteer there. You know, while they're going to university, they stop in and they either do some lawn maintenance or help around the house with different things. So they do learn how to give back at a young age by starting when they're 11, 12 years old in Pee Wee.
And these kids obviously get what the importance of giving back is all about.
Well, I've learned that it's not just the game. It's more than just being on the field playing football. It's also about being supportive for others who can't be on the field.
Well, it shows me that I'm privileged to be where I am. Others deserve the same opportunity as me. So it shows how important supporting others are. And this is a big way to do that.
Glenn Campbell, CTV Sports, Calgary.
The Jamboree will take place on Saturday, and games will be played at Hellard, Stampeder, and Encana Fields at Shouldice Park starting at 9 a.m. in the morning. A Calgary teenager has snagged seats to the Flames home opener thanks to his painstaking efforts to create the city's new arena entirely out of Lego.
Well, I love Lego and I love the city of Calgary, and I'm a big Flames fan. And when I saw the new renderings for the new arena, I decided to take it on as like a passion project.
Oh yeah, this is incredible. Cruz is a huge Flames fan and clearly a master Lego builder. He used renderings of the new arena for reference. Outside, he's got about 100 trees and 200 Flames fans in red jerseys. He also used an LED strip to recreate the lighting. In all, he figures this took about 6,000 pieces. The team is thrilled. They're sending him to the home opener against Seattle on October 1st. Cruz is hoping this will go on display somewhere publicly, and it should. Fantastic. Great job, Cruz. All right, that's it for us here at CTV News at 11:30. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you soon. Good night.